Hello everybody, kryodawg here. Wanted to make a video of some tips or things that I've picked up along the way in my journey of learning to play the guitar. And I've never had a lesson. I've either picked things up from watching other people play, listening to music, practicing, or reading books, chord charts, and that kind of thing. There's so many different things that you can do with the guitar, and different things to learn. If you already know about these things, then cool, you're one step ahead. So here we go. One of the things I wanted to talk about is movable chord shapes. So there are certain chords and their shapes that you can move around the neck and get nice sounding chords. For instance, the first one I would like to go over is the D shape. You've got first finger on the third string and the second fret, second finger on the low or high E string rather at the second fret, and then the third finger on the third fret of the second string. So this is standard D shape. You can move this D shape down the neck. For instance, from here to here would be a whole step, which would be an E chord or an E sounding chord, but it's shaped like a D. So then if you move it again, you got F, G, A, B, C, D, all over again. So so that's one chord shape, and you can play around with that, see what different sounds you can get out of that. The next chord shape I'm going to be going over is the A chord shape, which is typically, right there. You can move that, and I'm sure if you're playing power chords and bar chords, you probably already know these things. It's typically to move the chord. So you can do major chords the same way as you would do a minor chord. But so we're talking about the movable A shape. This is the A. Move it up a whole step, and you've got B, C, D, E, F, G, and then you're back at A. So that's the A shape, and the same thing as with the D, you just play around with it. And then the next chord shape is the F chord shape, which is like really the bottom half of a bar chord. So you get F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F again. So there's three movable chord shapes there. there are some variations of other shapes that you can move. I'm not going to go over those, but this is a good, I felt like this is something useful that most anyone can use that's learning to play guitar, and so I just wanted to share that. There are a couple, well, at least one other thing that I thought would be useful, and that is the 1-4-5 chord progression. This progression is used quite often, probably more in older songs. But I'm just going to show a quick way to find the 1-4-5 progression, or those chords, for whatever key you have to be in. And this is using power chords. We'll start on the 6th string with the A power chord. So this is the first. This is the root of the key. This is the chord that defines what key you're playing in. So this would be the first. This would be the 4th of that A. And this would be the 5th. We're on the 5th string, by the way. So the first is on the 6th string, and we're playing on the 5th fret, 6th string power chord, and that's the 5th fret, 5th string root power chord. So this is a D. So we've got A, D, E, D. So that's the 1-4-5, and you can move that anywhere up and down the neck, and it's still the same. I mean, if you wanted to play in G, it's there. F, sharp. It's the same. It's just the pattern is moving. So that's learning. That's the 1-4-5 progression, starting on the 6th string. Now you can do the same thing on the 5th string, but it's a little bit backwards. I'll show you. So we're going to start on the D chord, the D power chord on the 5th fret of the 5th string. And we're going to play a 1-4-5 progression, but we're going to go from the 5th string to the 6th string. So this is a 1. This is a 4 on the 6th string, 3rd fret. This is a 5, 6th string, 5th fret. So we're kind of going in reverse. It's B, and if you were playing down here with starting with the D on the 6th string, it would be the same chords. They would move. So that's pretty much it. It's just movable patterns on the 5th string root and the 6th string root to get to get to that same progression, the 1-4-5. So if I were to play, let me find one that'll fit well here. A. If I were to play that on the 5th string with the root being the A, so we're still hitting the D and the E, chords, the same chords. So, and that is pretty much it.